That was Foxy. Yo, what's going on? It's me, Q92, with yet another One Piece reaction. Chapter 830, He Who Gets Bet On. Cover page. Rayleigh! Nice! Oh, he's betting with some other dudes, and he is winning. He is beating everybody, but he's still finding time to read the paper. Nice. Moving on, usual cover page. A few hours earlier before, Straw Hat Luffy is a man who will eventually change the world. This man took their promise to heart. Because it's Jinbei! He may still be a bit wet behind the ears, but I sincerely believe that the one who will rule the seas, I am weak. Flashback to when Luffy wakes out of his semi-coma after seeing Ace die. Spoiler for those who have not read One Piece. He may still be a bit wet behind the ears, but I sincerely believe that the one who will rule the seas will not be any of the four Yonko, but Straw Hat Luffy himself. That's a lot of faith you're putting in Luffy there, Jinbei. I would like to aid this man in his endeavors. Hey, there's Watasumi in the back. The giant pufferfish fishman from the Fishman arc. From the Hody Jones arc. I wish to board his ship and sacrifice this life of mine for him if need be. I assume that these actions will, in the end, result in a fight for the true freedom for the Fishman race as well. Over these past 2 years, you've uttered the name of Luffy countless times. If your passion and trust in this man is honest and just, I do not see any reason why you should not turn your words into actions. Have I really been talking about him that often? Go and follow your aspirations, Jinbei. And now he's silent. You guys really okay with this? Captain, why would any of us complain? You're a former officer in Neptune's army, traded that in for life of a pirate, simply for the opportunity to fight alongside ex-Marijois slaves like us. Furthermore, you only appreciated the promotion to Shichibukai in order to elevate the status of us fishmen as a whole to the entire world. And we know your reasons for joining Big Mom as one of her subordinate crews, silence from Jinbei, was not only to protect all of us, but protect our kingdom using her name. Captain, you've always made decisions in your life based on how it would benefit those around you. This dude is selfless. You no longer need to carry that burden, Jinbei. Hear, hear! Please think about yourself for once, Jinbei. From this point forward, it's okay to follow your own desires and be a bit selfish. And this dude is speechless because he's been selfless this entire time. Go on, Jinbei. Yeah, Captain, we can manage perfectly fine ourselves, so don't you worry about us. Still hasn't said anything. I have no words for how grateful I am. In any case, if we all support his decision, I doubt Big Mom will let him off the hook so easily. Worst case scenario, if her rage gets directed towards us, all we gotta do is run for our lives. But wouldn't this put Adeline in an awkward situation? And Adeline is Adeline, Goatsbeard Brotella Fishman, Vice Captain of the Sun Pirates. I like this dude already. He reminds me of Ben Beckman from Shanks' crew. For some reason, I don't know why, but I'm just getting that vibe from him. I mean, since he's tied the knot with Miss Praline, and is now a member of Big Mom's immediate family and all. Oh, he's married to one of Big Mom's daughters? Ooh, interesting. My, oh my. Shouldn't you boys be a bit more worried about little old me? 29th daughter of the Charlotte family, Charlotte Praline, hammerhead shark, half mermaid. Big Mom done got it on with a fish, man. Big Mom ain't got no chill. So I guess humans aren't the only types of sons and daughters she's had. Big Mama been around. So, sha. Her laugh is sha. Sha. Suddenly Foxy's doesn't seem so ridiculous. Whoa, miss, were you eavesdropping this entire time? What, are you lot trying to hide something from me? I thought our relationship was better than that. Adeline, don't tell me you're planning on deserting me after all this. If all this doesn't set well with Mama? No, of course not. I'm sure I'll be able to negotiate with her. Negotiate with Big Mom. That's funny. Negotiate? There's absolutely no need. You know that I'd choose you over Mama any day of the week, darling. Oh, so, I was a bit worried about the way she was coming off, that she would just side with Big Mom, but nope. She loves her man more than she loves her mama. Take me with you in the event that happens. And everyone, the dudes are the ones going, yeah, such passionate love. Forgive me, Waratsume. I dragged you all the way out here, and now... Nah, it's okay. I'm having a lot of fun with everyone around. In any case, Praline, do you truly believe that we'd incur Mama's wrath if I left? Well now, let's see. You wouldn't be the first person who tried to leave. Having said that, not a single soul who was brave enough to utter such words has lived to see another day. Sha, 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 sha. This does not surprise me at all. Whole Cake Island, present time. Because all that was, a couple hours ago. Sir Moscato has died. Please don't leave us, Sir Moscato, move aside. Hurry up and remove the body. Yes, ma'am. Do not leave for a single second. Do you hear me? Hey, Sir Mondo, will Boss Jinbei also be killed? I know. The only thing I can say for certain is that when Mama flies into a rage, no one is safe, not even her own son, as we saw in the last chapter. Sweet City, Whole Cake Chateau. So, you want to cut ties with me, Jinbei? Oh, he's having that talk. Why, boss? Please don't leave, boss. Why must you go? Silence! Do not ask those who wish to leave their reasons. How uncouth. And she responds this way by eating the person who said that. I don't give a, insert expletive here, about his reasons. He's a pirate. Living freely is of utmost importance. I don't know. Maybe they got Big Mom all wrong. Because she seems pretty chill about this. So far. However, having the bond between one's child revoked is shameful to a parent. Jinbei, your departure would cause a huge void and cost me a valuable and powerful resource. Well, sure. Don't you sure me? It's only fair that you lose something valuable as well. That's the only way we could call this a fair trade, wouldn't you agree? Ma. Bring in the roulette. Eh? Ha. Now then, what exactly will it be that you'll be losing? There's a whole bunch of numbers on this wheel and a whole bunch of arms, legs, and heads. So if it lands on one of these, that's what Jinbei loses. That sounds a bit much, but then again, it's Big Mom. Nighttime in the seas within Big Mom's country. And we're looking at the map that Pudding gave them. Whole Cake Island, Nuts Island, Biscuit Island, Cacao Island, Jam Island, Cheese Island. It's so sweet. Can't we just stop here and go to sleep for a while? Wow, they beat up all those ants. Are you nuts? What are we gonna do if those ants start attacking us again? Yep, they attack those ants. This will start to flow once the warmth of the sun returns during the day. But at night, this area gets quite cold and the sea ends up freezing. How? It would have been nice if you could have mentioned that a bit earlier. Everyone, our primary focus will be to melt this stuff, so we can hightail it out of this sea of Mizuame, also known as a sweet syrup. Roger that. Just so we're clear, I've only temporarily put that swarm of ants to sleep. It'd be chaos if they woke up again. I once had my ship eaten down to the last plank by these ants. But what were you doing in a place like this? Oh, more history from Pedro. Pedro used to be a pirate, just like Peckham's. Ooh, backstory. What, for real? I honestly didn't know any better at the time. I thought I was simply an explorer, but they ended up putting a bounty on my head. I only accompanied Peckham's midway. I'm only sharing this with you because of the trust that has been built. But we were on a journey to discover Pawnee Glyphs. We just wanted to be an asset to our Mesto Nekomamushi in any way that we could. The day we finally stepped foot into Big Mom's territory would be the last day of our journey. The truth is, I've fallen here once before. Oh, I can't wait to hear this backstory. That is something I have not shared with many. I had no idea, says Carrot. And everyone is silent, including Brooke, who only has the little dots going across. So, does Brooke know something? I don't know. So this place must bring back those awful memories. If my experiences here end up aiding us in our plan to rescue Sanji, I wouldn't have had it any other way. Besides, I doubt that my tagging along would turn out to be a waste of any of our times. I was told our Duke and Master showed you all our road Pawnee Glyph. Yep. When I first heard of this, I could not believe my ears. Though you all are our saviors, the last time we showed that to outsiders who weren't members of the Kozuki clan was precisely 26 years ago. Feels like ages since we've seen the Pawnee Glyph. We've shown the Pawnee Glyph to Gold D. Roger and his crew, the Pirate King. Afterwards, Roger made it to Raftel and became known as the Pirate King. Luffy doesn't say anything. I believe that Duke Inarashi and Master Nekomamushi are seeing similarities between their crew and yours. They must be confident that you lot will become people who will end up needing the road Pawnee Glyph. What will you do after you defeat Kaido? Well, that's so far to the... After that, you will surely need to make use of the road Pawnee Glyph Big Mom possesses. And if this is the case, you will not have a better opportunity than this, seeing as how we're able to sneak this far into her territory. It would be wise for you to steal her road Pawnee Glyph, in addition to rescuing your crewmate Sanji. Pedro laying down the law right now. He's being very apparent. This would sound like something that either Robin or Zoro would say if they were there. Speaking of Robin, well, Robin did ask us to do pretty much what you just said, so when we arrive at the island, would you mind buying me a bit of time? I promise that I will successfully steal the Pawnee Glyph in this time around. What? If it's for our sake, then we'll go with you. No, please focus your attention on Sanji. Things will get far more complicated once you've managed to take him back. Oh yeah. Apparently, alrighty then, I'll leave it to you. Wait, that sounded too easy. It did. Okay then, that's the plan. I suppose Luffy was simply born with this kind of fate. You say something, Brooke? Oh, nothing. I'm not much different, I guess. You'll get no argument from me. The ants are awake! And Killer Ants from Strong World. And it's daytime. Hey guys, wake up. Wake up guys, we're here. It's Whole Cake Island. It's an actual cake. Need to go back, hit the button by mistake. It's ginormous. So this is the island where Yonko lives. The tallest cake you can see in the distance is the castle where Big Mom currently resides. Castle? Nami, should I continue going straight? Yes, I've heard that cape over there is the only location where the security doesn't make their rounds. Oh, there's someone standing at the coast. They're about to set foot on the island where Yonko resides. I'm looking at the big spread. I don't see nobody. Is this something only Luffy can see? Ah, well. Overall, that's the end of this chapter. Then we get a cover page of Marco. Fuscho Marco! That dude is so awesome. Then we have a very realistic picture of Sabo, Ace, and Luffy. It's alright. Alright, so that was the end of that chapter. We seen what Jinbei was up to those 2 years, including talking to his crew, which are former Rijwa slaves from the Celestial Dragons. And we finally get to see the vice captain, and he really reminds me of Ben Beckman from Shanks' crew. I just get that vibe from him. And it just so happens that he's married to one of Big Mom's daughters. A fishman is married to one of Big Mom's daughters, who almost happens to be a mermaid. Which means that, oh boy, I don't want to think about it too much because it's too nasty. But yeah, Big Mom done been with humans and she's been with everything else. If I see an animal anywhere in that kingdom that happens to be Big Mom's daughter, Big Mom ain't got no boundaries. Well, then it sort of makes sense because that's the type of country that she's trying to make. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to think about it. I need mind bleach. Now, overall, we hear that Jinbei had already intended to break his ties with Big Mom, and everyone was worried for him due to the fact that leaving Big Mom was a surefire death sentence. And we find out more about that when, at first, Big Mom is okay with it. I'm doing my review now. At first, Big Mom is okay with it. And then we see her just completely make a complete shift. And then we see her bring out the roulette of death, basically. Where if you leave Big Mom's crew, then that means she's losing something. So it's only fair to her that you lose something in the process, be it an arm, a leg, a head, which also means your life, unless you're a Logia. And apparently she's not one to take voluntary desertion lightly. Then we find out more about Pedro, which is cool. The fact that he's been there before looking for the Pawnee Glyphs for Gold Roger's crew. And I'm happy that we get to hear more about Pedro because this dude has been quiet. He's been sneaking little hints in these past chapters due to his history at being in Big Mama's territory before, and I'm glad we got to see a little bit more of that. And the fact that we heard more about Nekomamushi and Inuarashi, seeing the very big similarities between Gold Roger's crew and Luffy's crew, and Pedro has already put his trust in them in that short amount of time. That's Luffy's secondary devil fruit. He's able to make anybody who spends enough time with him trust them. I mean, look at what he did to everybody in Impel Down and during the whole fight of Marineford. People who were his enemies before turn out to be, I wouldn't say very friends, but allies with the same views. He's just, like Mihawk said, he has the ability to make anybody side with him just from his presence, which I think for a Pirate King is an extremely powerful asset. But going on, we find out that Pedro and Peckhams were looking for the Road Poneglyph as well. So I'm really looking forward to hearing more history about Pedro and his history, Pedro and his whole trip with Peckhams all the way down there. And Pedro, what is Pedro going to do while he's by himself? Because he says the whole crew can go rescue Sanji, and he'll handle with stealing the Poneglyph himself. Does that mean he's going to try and take the entire Poneglyph or just make a copy of it? And why would he volunteer to go himself unless he had some hidden ulterior motive on the side? That's what I'm thinking. There's a lot more going on than is being shown right now. And, we also got introduced to Big Mom's daughter, Charlotte Praline, or Praline, or however you want to say it. Got introduced to the first interspecies daughter of Big Mom, half mermaid, half hammerhead shark. So she's half human, half mermaid. So, and at first she appeared to be real mean, but she actually loves her man, which is Adeline. Did I say that right? Adeline, which is Adeline, her husband. She loves him more than she's fearing the wrath of Big Mom. So that's a definite shift. Some of Big Mom's sons, and daughters that we've seen, they've all been pretty scared of her, including Pudding for a little bit. But she's not scared enough to not give Luffy and the crew a pirate map to get their way to Sanji. But Praline, I like her. I really do. I hope we see more of her. I don't know how likely that is to be, but it's good to see a light-hearted member of Big Mom's family other than Pudding. So I look forward to seeing more of Big Mom's family. And my brain is going to regret it if I see anything that's not human or fishman. So, overall, I like this chapter. I wouldn't say it was as big as last week's chapter, since we got a full view of Big Mom and her devil fruit abilities and pretty much a good synopsis on her quirk and everything. But I would say that this is a good chapter due to the fact that we found out more about Pedro. I find that a good thing. So, yeah, I like this chapter. This was pretty good. And it's, once again, it didn't say that we were going on break next week, so expect another reaction and review next week. So, as always, later, peoples.